everything you require is met with ease and love. You are talented in more ways you can ever imagine. You are always full. Your cup always overflows. At least you forget you are always in the presence of divine love. You are worthy and deserving of the things you whisper to the universe. Give yourself grace. Give yourself permission to be who you are meant to be. You are deserving of all that you are. It is okay to just be. A lot happens in silence. You get to know more of you when you take the necessary time for you. And when things start to come easy for you, open and receive. When you start becoming blessed with the things you once prayed for, open and receive. I am comfortable with being uncomfortable. I give myself permission to thrive.
We get that on. I wondered we get it down here.
I give myself permission to succeed.
Oh.
I give myself permission to live. permission to light up your corner of the world. Give yourself more chances than you give the world, than you gave others that didn't know how to love you the ways in which you were deserving of. Give yourself permission to love again and love again and always let love win. I connect my heart with my words and my words with my heart. Every day I choose to show up as my authentic self. I surrender to my path and purpose, and I open up my heart to receive blessings so that I could be a blessing to others. I am a divine reflection of the Most High. I am powerful beyond my imagination. I hope you guys were able to receive and sit and be. I honor you as you honor me.
Thank you so much.
That was beautiful.
We're getting
You guys hear us?
That was amazing. Can you guys hear me okay, or do I have an echo as well? Give me a thumbs up.
You're good, man.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Thank you. Thank you for Miriam Moon for guiding us through that amazing vibrations and that integrating light codes through sound. As far as Ray and Sahat, you know what I'm saying? We vibrating so high and that was so epic, Miss Moon, that we just have to add an echo. You know what I mean? We with everything we say, we just gotta have an echo. So yeah, guys, like put in the chat, how did that make you feel? Someone as she was activating, what kind of energies flow through you? Where did your thoughts go? What kind of peaceful places? Let me know how y'all feeling. How we getting this energy up? I know for myself, it was just peaceful. It actually calmed my nerves. You know what I mean? I may not look, nervous, but it kind of calmed my nerves and just helped me zen out. What about y'all? Let's see. Alexis says it was very peaceful, wasn't it? How you doing, Alexis? Good to see you. Tony Manifest says it was detoxifying. Incredible detoxifying. For sure. Feeling that sage. I see it. Ashe. All right, we are going to transition very shortly. See if we have audio back from the beautiful Ray and Master Sahat. I'm low-key jealous of his locks, y'all. It's all right. My hair, I'm getting there though. My hair.
We're still experiencing an echo on our end.
Okay. No problem.
I just wanted to add, Samuel, thank you guys so much for taking the time to tune in and share space for us on this lovely, lovely, beautiful Saturday morning. It's just so I'm excited to be here. This I feel like history is happening right before our eyes. I love this. Thank you guys for the love. I receive it. Thank you.
You are infinitely welcome, Darius. You are infinitely welcome. Absolutely. Tangela, did you want to add anything on the back end of that?
Yes, thank you so much, Maria Moon. That was absolutely divine. And what a beautiful way for us to begin our Integrator Summit. Just with these divine sound frequencies that you have been bringing through. And I just love seeing everyone's chat here. Beautiful, relaxing, so calming. I'm from another planet, echoing throughout the universe. So really incredible. Thank you, Moon, for your divine gifts. And again, just bringing us all together, integrating our own frequencies. We're coming in from all over the country. We have so many things that we're dropping in from, hectic activities in the morning, travel, and just for all of us to connect heart and soul together with you through these beautiful sound frequencies, beyond space and time is such an incredible gift, Maria. So thank you so much for sharing with us and being here today to really bring us all together as one. Wonderful. And so Ray and Sahat, are we moving into the Qigong now?
Let's go ahead with Omashar.
Okay, great. So I am really excited to be introducing Omashar, who is an incredible spiritual musician with a divine calling. He is the house musician at the Global Peace Tribe, where we're able to listen to his music and be a part of his musical divine sharing with us 3 days a week on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And he calls his music metaphysical pop. And all of his music is completely original. It is so uplifting and inspiring. And Omashar, I'm always completely blown away by what you bring in terms of thought and feeling and energy. Really, again, being able to integrate us and bring us all together to higher and higher levels.
Yes, I'm often blown away by what comes out of me too. However, it comes through me. I used to be in pop rock bands in New Zealand, actually. G'day, mate. And I found that I was half empty and half full, and I thought, I'm over this. And so I just drew a line. I would only write songs when I was in a divine heart space and in divine rising. And so here we are in Divine Rising, and I have 2 songs for you. The first one is called Crossing Over, and it comes from my rock roots, and it's a song about crossing over dimensions, coming from the ego self to the heart-centered self, and it speaks of that journey. And then there's a song that we can sing together after that. So I'm going to press a couple of buttons here, and love you all. So blessed to be on with you. Yes. Are we sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin. I've seen too much to deny anymore. I'm finding out where I'm hurting. Of faces now is liberating. That is the journey. Breaking down walls inside me, and now the door in my heart is open. Another aspect of me changes into light of emotion. The sword of Michael keeps me free from worldly blight as I climb aboard this ship of wonders. Beauty abounds in my life. I've seen it all through my own eyes. Heaven and earth are merging, and now the door within my heart is open. Another aspect of me changes into light, clearing out the chalice of emotion. The sword of Michael keeps me free from worldly blight, and I know that I am crossing over, letting go of all that keeps me from my birth, taking steps into my highest journey. Joined together we will create heaven. door within my heart is open. Another aspect of me changes into light, clearing out the chalice of emotion. The sword of Michael keeps me free from worldly blight, and I know that I am crossing over, letting go of all that keeps me from my birth, taking steps into my highest journey. Joined together we will create heaven on this earth. Yeah. So that was Crossing Over, and we have one more little ditty called, and this is more heart-centered. And there's a chorus we can all sing together. I'll just pop that in the chat. Let's do that. Let's do this. And there it is. That's the chorus. We can all sing together. It's called The Time Has Come, which is where we are right now. And the time has come. So let's get a little cosmic, even more cosmic. There we are. With all feeling, one with all love, one with all healing, and one with all. That's your bit. We are one with all feeling, and one with all love, one with all. One with all healing, one with all. I felt alone for so many years, held my head high to hide the pain. Nowhere to turn, so to myself again I tune my heart to the mother. I am one with all feeling, and one with all love, one with all healing, and one with all. I am one with all healing, and one with all love, one with all feeling, and one with all. Time has come to wake my sleepy head and peel back the sheets of illusions. Oh. time has come to lift my voice once more and sing the songs of the new world. I am one with all feeling, one with all love, one with all healing, and one with all. I am one with all feeling, one with all love, one with all healing, and one with all. Time has come. The time has come. Then the time just went.
Thank you, beloved.
You're welcome.
Most truly, Kylie. Not really.
Are we still active?
You're still echoing, so I'm wondering.
Still epic.
Let me see what the next one is.
Yeah.
We're just changing dimensions.
Oh, Michelle, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
why when you look at some people, they could eat a certain way, not healthy in a conventional sense, but they could live like an extended long time. Whereas you have other people in youth could be 21, 22, and they got like stage 4 cancer, diabetes. So it's basically that youth that got sick did not inherit a lot of before heaven chi. Whereas the person that lived an extended life, all right, they inherited good genetics. So not everyone comes on the same level of playing field. However, you can come to learn true energy exercises like this technique that chi, which is what you start to build at your own will. So again, the technique is basically where we stretch open, and it's an internal stretch. And what you're doing is at the end of the exhale, you're stretching open the abdomen, and you're keeping the abdomen stretched open, and you're breathing in and out the nose into that internal stretch. Now, what that does is this allows you to manifest more chi, more energy in your battery. So a lot of people tend to think that, for example, when you inhale, the belly expands, and you exhale and it contracts in. All right. That's to, I guess you could say, about over 99% of the human population believes that that's abdominal breathing. But what abdominal breathing is to the Shaolin monks, to the yogis, to a cultivator, it's entirely different than what the layman or the regular or the most of the population believes it to be. So, for example, when I sink my breath low in the abdomen, all right, I have this full feeling. It's like a pregnant like full feeling where, like when you eat food, for example, if you eat food, you kind of have a full feeling in your colon. So when you learn how to meditate properly and harness the breath, you will actually have a full like feeling, not like food, but it's like you actually stored the breath. And when you inhale, the belly will stay expanded. And even when you exhale, it'll stay out like a full weighted feeling. So in Chinese culture, and even if you want to go back to ancient Kemet, they talked about empty mind, full abdomen. All right. Empty mind is psychology. A full abdomen of chi is the physiology. That's when the body and mind becomes one. In order for you to fill up the body abundantly with life force energy, with chi, you got to first know how to charge your battery first. Now, you can get there without this technique, but it would take a very long time. And this isn't just a thing where you're sitting down and you visualize, okay? You visualize the cheese. It's not that, because you got to remember, you can visualize being rich, but it's actually different than actually like having money, right? You could visualize making love to someone, but it's different when you're actually doing it. So it's the same thing where when you actually manifest chi in the body, it's entirely different. All right. It's now when you have that battery full and that energy stored, you have more breath and chi to open your channels. So this is kind of where we bridge the gap to where most of the world, when you think of meditation, it's any energy sensations people feel in meditation is usually the circulation of blood, lymph, and their prenatal chi that they already inherited. All right. Another thing, when it comes to meditation, one part of it is when you regulate the emotional mind, the emotions, you silence the mind, right? That's only like 1/3 of it. The other part is knowing how to fill up the battery, the physiological part. All right. So again, and then I'll say, this is basically my mission or my services is to establish the foundation. Okay. Anytime you would talk to a master, or if you someone that read into immortality and immortal, if you believe in things like that, they would always start you off filling up the abdomen efficiently to the point where you have this full feeling all throughout the day. And this is the foundation for health preservation and enlightenment. So they didn't really consider your meditations you couldn't reach the level of enlightenment until you knew how to store energy in the lower dantian first. And before I kind of just demonstrated, only 1/3 when it comes to health is dealing with food and fasting. The other 2/3 is cultivating your energy, virtues, sexual temperaments, right? All of these things, because you got to understand, we know about the sexual energy to where, for example, if there was a case, right, where there was a rape case or anything, that I don't know if you ever watched those shows where they would come in with a nightlight, right, with a light, not a nightlight, but a light, and you could actually see if there was semen on the floor, on the wall, it actually glows in the dark. Okay, so it's like your sexual energy is this is a good phrase. What your sexual fluids is, what electricity is to a light bulb, your sexual energy is to a yogi, to your body. So the part of transmutation is also knowing how to fill up the lower centers first. So in order for you to send the breath, the chi up to the brain, you got to first know how to send it down first and fill up. And then it'll build up from there. All right. So I don't know how long I have to talk, but I don't want to overtake my time. Do you want me to demonstrate?
Please do. You have tons of time. You have about 45 minutes. So please go ahead. Teach us.
Good. All right. So I don't want to overtake, man. So for example, let me see if a lot of people, so for most of humanity, what happens is the awareness leaves the battery, the lower regions of the body, the breathing, and it starts to rise up. Okay. So a vast majority of people, especially the elderly, if you're chronically sick, they're breathing into the upper regions of the body, into the chest. So a lot of people breathe in like they kind of have a panic attack, right? So the life force energy the breathing isn't really feeding the body. So what happens is the body then starts to make adjustments and adjust itself in order to protect the major organs. So a lot of people have a high level of toxicity, but also a low level of energy. And the foundation to energy is your breathing. So, for example, people breathing in the chest, if you start to do yoga or Vipassana meditation, any type of awareness, right? They will bring it lower to where they will breathe into like the midsection, okay? Now, this still really ain't the breathing that charges you up, but the belly breathing is better than chest breathing. So when they breathe, for example, their belly will expand, and when they exhale, it'll contract in. This is what people believe abdominal breathing is, but that's not really abdominal breathing. That's half of it. It's better than chest breathing. But so you breathing into here, but the Qigong, the training, it introduces you to an even deeper breath. All right. How do we achieve it? So what's introduced is a technique called the reverse abdominal breath. It's like an internal yoga. And it's said that when you find authentic Qigong, it's like yoga on steroids. Okay. So just to recap, that most of the Qigong taught online is not Qigong. It's medical Qigong, meaning it's just, you just circulating the energy you already have, but you're not really learning how to fill up and cultivate, okay? So the technique, reverse abdominal breath, is meant to stretch open the body with these external stretches, okay? All right, so this is how it goes. So this technique amplifies your natural breathing. So on the inhale, what you do is, it's all nasal breathing. The breath should be very thin and light and tongue to the roof of the mouth. When you inhale, you bring the mind to the bottom of the spine, the awareness, okay? So reverse breath, in simple terms, when you inhale, the belly contracts in. When you exhale, the belly expands out. Simple terms. This is how it's actually really done. Now, when you inhale, see, you don't want to just contract the abdomen in, because you're starting from the middle. You're blocking flow. So on the inhale, what you're actually doing is you're creating a vacuum from the bottom, and you're rising the breath up, opening the chest, and ideally you're bringing it up to the crown of the head. But where I usually start people off is I start them off to where they could get used to opening their chest. So when you inhale, the first thing you want to do is contract the PC muscle. For those of you that may not know what the PC muscle is, when you're peeing and you can stop the piss, that's the muscle there. You could contract it. So right when you inhale, at the same time you suck the belly in, you want to contract the pelvic floor at the exact same time to empty from the bottom. Even though you can also, the pubic bone, the anal, you could lift the anal up as well. So you're lifting up, but at the exact same time as you suck the belly in. So you're emptying the abdomen. And by creating this vacuum, it's like, put it like this. If you ever had a garden hose and you turn on the garden hose, you will see that the water will come out and it'll drop right down, right? Now, to make the water shoot up, what do? You crimp it. You have those, a nozzle, or you can crimp the hose and it will increase the pressure and the water will shoot up, okay? So as you crimp it, the pressure increases. But notice as you release it, it'll drop back down and just go down. So that's an analogy. So when you inhale, you're contracting. It's like you're crimping, bringing the chi, the breath up. So not only do I empty the abdomen, but my chest also lifts up and the shoulders will roll back. Even with my shirt on, you should be able to see it. So I inhale, I empty. I lift up the chest. And after you empty the abdomen, right, and fill up the chest, you raise it up. You don't hold your breath. You breathe at the top, in and out the nose, and expand and contract the lungs, okay? This is how you also increase your lung capacity, all right? And you start to gain more control of your energy. So you breathe at the top. Then when I say exhale, you empty the chest and let the breath drop back down and expand the abdominal area. You're stretching open the abdomen, another term, pushing the belly out. But you stretch open the abdomen at the end of the exhale and hold the stretch, hold it open. Breathe in and out the nose into the stretch, okay? When you do this, you're manifesting more chi, more breath at your root. And over time, as you do this every day, it isn't only where we do this, but in the second session, I'm going to cover the stretches, the movements that's incorporated with this breathing exercise. So again, on the inhale, you create the vacuum, rise it up, Open the chest, hold it up, breathe at the top, expand and contract the lungs. Then when I say exhale, just like when you let go of the crimp, the water comes down, you let go, the breath will naturally drop. And at the end of the exhale, you expand the abdominal area and hold that expansion and breathe naturally into the abdomen expanded. What will take place, family, is that in the beginning, you don't really have any chi to sink. But as time goes by, you will have breath stored in your storage. And just when you relax, it will drop and the abdomen will naturally expand on its own. And that's when you become full in your battery, which can take a few months, right? It took me much longer, but the way I teach it with the intricate detail, I teach the way I wish I'd been taught. So there are people that have been 4 or 5 months in the program where they actually begin to feel that fullness of energy stored in their abdomen throughout the day. All right. So again, then after a while, if you can see, when I relax, you will see the abdomen expand. Now watch when I exhale, it will stay out. It's full of chi. When you have it stored here, then your meditations, you will feel the energetic side. All right. Because I also had a teacher that lived on energy. And he was the one that revealed to me that my meditation was not charging me up. And for most people's meditation, it isn't energy cultivation or harnessing the breath. It's mainly energy conservation and energy circulation.